All right, good afternoon. I hope everybody is doing okay, still staying out of COVID's way and taking care of yourselves and your families. So we were looking at Microsoft Excel, which was the last topic before we left school. We did some things yesterday, and we're going to continue today. All right. How many of us have a device that we're going to be working with? Anybody? If you have a device, just unmute and tell me that you have a device.
Yes, please.
Right, so Rodrika have a device. Kimon, do you have a device?
Yes, miss. I have a device.
Okay. Kevoy, did you get a device?
No, miss.
All right, so those of us who don't have a device, you're just going to follow like what we did yesterday, all right? So we're continuing with Microsoft Excel. Anybody remembers the concepts we looked at? What were the two things we did yesterday?
Miss, I remember minimum. Oh, all right. No, min.
All right,
Yeah.
okay, boys, stop, because those things we would have done them from before school closed. We did two new concepts yesterday. What were those two new concepts?
Relative and absolute cell addressing.
Thank you, Macy. So we looked at relative and absolute cell addressing, and can you quickly tell us the difference between them, Macy, if you remember?
Um, Relative cell addressing is when you want the formula to change throughout the sheet, while
Mm-hmm.
absolute cell addressing is when you don't want the you want the formula to keep constant throughout the sheet.
Very
And if
good.
you
Mm-hmm.
listen to keep it constant throughout the sheet, you use a dollar sign in front and behind.
Very good. Thank you, Macy. All right, so that's what we did yesterday. And we're going to continue today. I did say we're going to look at the VLOOKUP and the rank functions. So what I'm going to do is let us go through the notes first, and then we do the activity from the activity sheet. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, miss.
All right, so we're going to go through this, and then we are going to do the activity. All right, so VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is used to look up values in a table. So all it's doing, it's allowing you to look up for values in a table. So you have a table, meaning an Excel sheet. You have values in it. You want to find particular values. You use the VLOOKUP to look for these values, all right? For example, to get the letter grade on a report, basically, VLOOKUP is a useful function that allows us to search the first column of a table and match it with the corresponding value in another column. The four things that are important when writing the function are, so these are the four things. You need the lookup value, and the lookup value is whatever you're looking up, right? You need a table array, and the table array is basically how many numbers, how many rows and columns make up the table. You need the col index of the column that you want. I'm going to go through each of these, and then you also going to need the range for where the cells are that you're looking up. So this is the syntax. Syntax here means rules. So this is how it's written. Equal VLOOKUP, then you have the lookup value, whatever you're looking up. You have the table array, how many rows and columns. Then you have the col index, and then you have the range lookup. So let's look at the four of these. So the lookup value. This is the value that you want to look up in the table. All right, so guys, I hope you're following so far. So VLOOKUP is used to search. All right, I want you to get that in your heads that the VLOOKUP function is used to search. And of course, as all functions, min, max, average, and all of those, it starts with an equal sign. All right, but it's made up of four things. These are the four: the lookup value, the table array, the call index, and the range lookup. And the lookup value is the value that you want to look up in the table. All right? The table array. This is a reference to the table you want to search. You normally make this range absolute. Remember what absolute means right here now. What is absolute? Macy just told us. Candice? Only persons I'm seeing that were at classes today is Macy, Candice, and Kevoy. And Kevoy look like him gone. Candice, what's the absolute again? Candice, you're not there? Macy, tell us again, please. Guys, you're not hearing me? Macy, what's the absolute? You just told us. Can you remind us again, please? Macy, we never hear anything, you know. Guys, if you don't know or you don't remember, just say so. But you can't be on the platform and you're just going to remain silent. And there's no way Macy could have not know when you just tell me what it is a while ago.
Miss, miss.
All right, Kevoy. But Macy just told us. Macy just reminded us. Boy, it's very annoying to always come on this, and when I ask something you guys don't know, you don't remember. And Macy just said it a while ago, so how you don't know now, Macy? And Keva, you're not listening? Don't you have your books with you? Aren't you making notes? What are you doing? It's regular school, you know? Anyways, so the absolute cell addressing. Absolute cell addressing is when you want the cell to, the absolute is when you want the cell to remain constant. So you don't want it to change, so you put dollar signs around it. So the table array, instead of using relative, where you just write the range as is, you use absolute by putting the dollar signs around it. Call index, this is the index of the column that the value you want to find. When we're doing it, you'll figure out really what this is talking about. All right, so it's the number of the column that contains the value that you want. So if you're searching in a column that has, or in a table that has 3 columns, the call index will be 3. All right, if you're searching for something in a column that have, in a table that have 10 columns, the call index is 10. If you're searching in a table that has 50 columns, the call index is 50. So it's just basically the number of columns. The col stands for column, the number of columns that is in the table that you're searching the value for. And the range lookup, we put true because we want the appropriate match. So we normally put true at the end, sorry, because you want the appropriate match. So true will give you an appropriate match. So normally we always put true at the end. All right, let me see something here. Yeah, you normally put true at the end, just to make sure that it's matching and it's calculating properly. All right, so that's the VLOOKUP. Let me open the activity. Kimon, if you're not seeing the screen, if that means, I guess you're using your phone, you have to zoom it in.
Okay, miss.
All right, so we are now going to look at the activity. All All right, so the first thing we're going to, but guys, this activity was sent in the group. So can you open it on your phones, please? Because I'm going to need to share the Excel of what I'm doing. So open it on your phone. So the VLOOKUP and the rank, we haven't looked at the rank yet. We're just going to do the VLOOKUP first.
We still now
So
access.
this is the table that we're going to type in Microsoft Excel. So those of us who have a device working with, this is a table that we're going to type up in Microsoft Excel, and then we're going to use the VLOOKUP to find the letter grade, all right? So that's the first thing we're going to do. Are we seeing the screen, Microsoft Excel?
Yes, miss.
All right, so we're going to start typing. I may not type up all of that since it's a lot. It's a lot of data. So the first thing is name, then test 1, then test 2. If you have a device, just type it up. Oh, but I missed out the heading. So it should be chemistry class 5 should be in A1. All right. So I'm going to insert some, or let me just cut and paste. All right. Then we have average. Grade, then status. All right, those of us who have a device, are you there? You type up these already? Guys, the only way I'm going to know is if you answer. You type it already or you're not finished yet?
Miss,
Jesus.
have another miss.
What did you say, K-boy?
Oh, Mr. Manave, the device.
Yeah, but you tell me that from yesterday, so you don't need to tell me again. You tell me that already, right? So you're paying attention. So I'm talking to those people who have a device and they're typing. So I'm asking if those persons are finished so far. Anybody that has a device and is typing, are you finished?
Yes, miss.
Okay. All right. So do you remember how to merge and center? We would have done that already. Merge and center is when you basically remove the line and put something in the middle. So based on the activity, we're going to merge and center the heading. So you highlight from A1 to F1. Highlight from, just click on it and make sure it's the thick plus sign. That's this one, the fat one. That's the one we used to highlight. From A1 to F1, then you click this tool right here that says merge and center. We would have done this before school closed. And it should go over to the center. All right. So now we're going to type in the names as is on the activity. The first person is Cheryl Brown. We're not going to do all of them. maybe just about 5. Next person is Andrea Smith. Another Brown, Samantha Brown. Next person, Tyrone Gray. I'm going to do one more. Why so much people named Brown? Next person, Kevin Brown. Let's do one more, Kay Lewis. All right, so I'm going to fill in the grades. Guys, if you have remember I sent this in the group, so you can just open it and type from it, or you just follow what I'm typing. That's 56, 76, 56 again, 89, 33, and 88. That's their first test grade. Test 2 now, 23, 75, 97, 97 again, 65, then 35. All right, so that's it. When you're finished, let me know. While I'm waiting for you who are not finished typing, I'm going to center my headings, increase the font size of my headings, just while I'm waiting. And then I'm going to add borders just to make it a little bit more presentable. Highlight everything and click borders right here, all borders. All right. Then you're going to move over to what's this? H4. If the person gets 0, that's an F. If the person gets 50, that's a D. If the person gets 70, that's C. 80, that's B. 90, that's A. All right, so it says that we have 10 minutes. So as usual, when this ends, we started very late. So when this ends, I'll send the next link so that we can continue. All right, those are typing. You're finished typing? Let me know, please. Please and peace.
Yes, Miss.
Oh, God. Rodrika, you're the only person. Macy, are you typing as well?
Miss, I don't have a device now.
Okay. Who else said they were typing? Kimon, were you typing?
Yes, Miss.
You're finished?
Miss.
You're finished, Kimon? Kimon, are you finished?
Yes, Miss. Yes, Miss.
Amik, Are you typing, Kami? Candice, are you typing? All right, so moving on. All right, so we have, please mute your microphone when you're not speaking, please. So we're going to now find the student's average. So I'm sure everybody see what this table is making reference to. It's a chemistry class, right? It's grade 5, class 5. And the students' names are here. These are their scores on test 1. Then you have their scores on test 2. And we're going to find their average, their grade, and their status. Now the grade we're talking about here is the letter grade. So over here we can see that, right? If they get 0, it's an F. They get 50, it's a D. If they get 70, it's a C. I'm going to change this to 60. So this school marks very hard. 60 is a D, 70 is a C, 80 is a B, 90 is an A. All right, so that's the grade. Their status is if they pass or they fail. And they only pass if they get 70 and over. Everybody is following that? Okay.
Yes, miss.
All right, so how would you find their average? What formula or what function would you use to find their average?
Average.
All right, so we would use the average function, right? So what would the overall formula be? What does it start with?
Equal.
Equal average. This way I cannot spell good. Average, open bracket.
A5.
It's not A. Test 1 is in
Oh,
B5
B to C5.
to C5. Everybody seeing that? Then you close the bracket. So equal average B5 to C5 because you're finding the average of these two numbers here, right? And you press enter. So this person's average, Cheryl Brown's average is 39.5. Are we going to type over a formula for each of them?
No, miss.
What can we do?
How we can put this? Yeah, you use something and dry down and you get the answer for every one of them.
So we're going to use fill commands, the relative cell addressing. You go to the tail of the cell. When you see the small plus sign, you hold down on the mouse and drag it down. And it automatically fills out all of them. So instead of us having to type the formula over and over again, we use the fill command and it fills out all of them. And because it's relative cell addressing, it automatically changes each cell, all right? So we get the answer for all of those. Now we're going to try to find out the student's letter grade. So looking at the first one, you know this person would get what already? This person average is 39.5. What do you think would be their grade? Their letter grade?
F.
They would already get F, right? So we could look at it and do this because it's a small body of data. But what if it was like 2,000 students? Nobody would have the time to sit and go through each of them one by one, right? So that is why we have the VLOOKUP function. And the VLOOKUP function allows us to look for values and place them in their correct place based on certain descriptions that we're going to give. So let me border this table right here as well. So we're going to use this table over here to figure out their letter grades. So we're using the VLOOKUP formula. So it's equal VLOOKUP function, sorry. Equal VLOOKUP. All right. What are we looking up? Where are we looking for these grades? Which grades? Where are the grades that we want to find out their letter grade, their letter for? Which column are these grades in? The grade that we want to find the letter for, which column or which cell is it in?
E.
Huh?
E.
E? No, no, in a E. We are type of formula in a E, no. The grade. The grade. Cheryl Brown grade. We want to find out what is her letter grade. Which cell is her thing in? What we're going to use? Huh? I'm not hearing.
C, miss.
I'm not hear what I say, boy.
C.
B as what I say? B as in boy or D as in dog?
C. C.
Just peace. B as in boy or D as in dog?
Dog. Dog.
Jesus. All right. So Cheryl Brown's average is in D5, right? We're trying to find out Cheryl's average. Cheryl's letter grade, sorry. So she is in D5. Her average is in D5. So we're going to put D5 right here. All right. And D5 would be the lookup value. So we are looking up for Cheryl's average right here, D5. All right. After the lookup value, the next thing that comes is the table array. Now, where is the table that we are going to look in to find Cheryl's grade, Cheryl's letter grade? Which table we're going to look in? Where is the table that we're going to look in to find Cheryl's letter grade? Students, where's the
D.
table we're going to look at to find out Cheryl's letter grade?
D.
The lookup value.
What did you say, Macy?
The lookup value.
But where is that table? What cell is that table in, or what columns? Where can we find that table? Where's the table? This is going to cut off, so I'm going to just close it and send the next link. As soon as I send the link, can you just click it quickly, please? So we can continue. Because it's going to cut off now. I'm going to send the link now.